are live in the heart of Times Square at the Producers Club with the incomparable, the beautiful, iridescent Storii. What is your story?
Yeah, yo, she be killing these introductions, but it's your girl Storii from the BX, you heard?
Big BX.
Big Bronx?
Boogie down Bronx.
Yes.
And they breeded, like...
You know, legends, that's just how we do it, you know. It's in the water, that chlorine, you know.
The chlorine... What pool you got in the Bronx?
None that you should be going in. Absolutely.
You're going to get gills.
That's a fact.
That's
my gosh.
Listen, but tell us your story, please. I feel like you're an important piece to the Bronx, right? People know you, you're cultivating, and also just New York itself. Like, can you tell us about yourself, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know, I'm Storii, loud, always having fun. You know, music, kind of like my father was in a drum band. But I've always been, like, drawn to, you know, to, like rock music, writing and all that. So I started as a bassist, you know, in a metal band.
Fire.
And then I was always like writing music.
Right.
And so like, you know, my mom was just like, okay, you should just be a rapper. And I was like, yeah. And then, you know, I got the name Storii from the fams because they was like, girl, you always talking, you loud, you always telling stories. So, you know, just here we are.
That's
yeah,
fucking smart. That's fucking smart. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you about your sense of style, because I see this style, which is immaculate, right? But it's giving like bad bitch, Bronx
you know, because that's how we do.
Right. But also that music video, though, it was giving that aesthetic of rock, but also bad bitch. Like, how did you correlate the two?
Oh, yeah, because, you know, all right, so, you know, I'm trying to do that edgy urban thing, right? But, all right, shout out to Butter, my best friend, yeah. She's the stylist. She be putting up, she be like, all right, Key, I need you to go on Pinterest, and you're going to pick out what you like.
Oh, nice.
And then we're going to figure it out from that. Yeah, so we got a whole bunch of moon boards. But you should definitely, y'all, let me tell y'all, that's the secret code in the moon boards. Because you pick and choosing what you like, and then you put it together.
I'm not a Pinterest person.
Oh, dang. It's all right.
Y'all gotta pay her, because what was that? That was an ad,
Yo,
okay?
I ain't gonna lie. No ads? All right, sorry. You know, the interest, that's what we're gonna call it. The interest, that's what we're gonna call it.
Well, you know, Video City's interested in you, right?
Definitely.
But that being said, though, HTBU. Can you explain what that is? Because I'm excited to say it, but I'm not going to.
All right. We can curse on here?
Go for it,
Okay,
girl.
all right. Hype that bitch up. Okay.
Hype that bitch up.
Basically, you know, you can't be saying bitch and all that on a lot of these platforms, so we just, you know,
You can hear. It's New York fucking city. We're in the fucking heart of Times Square.
Okay. Hell yeah. All right. Yo, she gave me the green light. Yes, hype that bitch up.
No, Megs gave you the green light. He's the one with the green hair.
That's a fact. That's my boy.
Come on now, like, tell us. Hype that bitch up. What was the driving force behind it? Because you talk about your twin, it makes me want to shoot people for your twin. What's going on?
Yo, you know the funny thing is that was from my girl perspective. I ain't gonna lie, my girls don't play about me.
Yeah,
the
girls we just seen.
Yo, nah. My girls back at home at the Bronx, man, they don't play. So it's just like, all right, I was trying to give that, like, hype that bitch up is really about you and your friends. And each like line is about one of my friends. And one of my friends, like, she do not play.
That's
like, you say something crazy about Key, she like, what?
Right.
What you said? So I'm just like, you know, like, she sliding, I'm sliding, we all about that. And like, you know, I just heard that record and it has so much energy. It's crazy.
Hype. And
like,
you matched it though.
I appreciate that.
100%.
You have to, like, when the beat is bringing something crazy, you got to just bring that extra, you know, like the chicken's good around, be a little adobo on it. And you gotta say that accent, but yeah, that was really for the girls, you know, when you out with your girls. I'm sure when y'all going out and y'all turned up, y'all need that energy to make the night. You feel me?
Hype that bitch. For real, no, y'all gotta watch that. That shit was a movie. Okay.
Yo, it's crazy, yeah. And, you know, it's just a little bit of being in a metal band. Because I was like, I ain't gonna lie, when I first started rapping, like, I kind of hid that part. Not really hide it, but I just, like, suppressed it. But, you know, just talking, you know, shout out to Sass, my manager, and Renaissance in the building with MLM tonight, yeah. But, you know, they was like, yo, let's just bring that. So, you know, that energy just comes so natural. So.
It was authentic, though.
Yeah,
you can actually tell. And one thing that I really wanted to know, and I think everyone, if you watch it, you'd want to know, she was in the streets, just like, and was that the city?
Yeah, that was in the Bronx. That little 183rd.
Bro,
My bad, my 138. Yes.
Either way, bro, you was everywhere, wilding out, bringing that energy. Like, your girls was with you, right? Because
yeah, she was the one who, my stylist, she did it, Shay.
Bruh.
Yeah, she did the video.
Hype that bitch.
She killed it, yo. We
that
was
shit
wilding.
was
Cobblestone
fire.
and all that. I almost broke my leg and all that wilding, but we got back up. We was lit.
How did you feel? Like, were you sober?
Of course.
Yeah, girl, that's just your energy.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Man, yo, shout out to people, but I can't be drinking and performing. I'm gonna be slurring. I may actually hurt myself, so I gotta keep it. Yeah.
I hear that drink hype a bitch up, but I don't know. So tell me, what's the next thing for you? Right?
Oh,
what to expect? Is it another hype record? Is it like what?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
So this is not the official title, but I got another song called Primetime. And if anybody who's in the city, like, you're gonna really relate to it, because it's just about going to work. This is for my 9-to-5 baddies, my 9-to-5 fellas. It's like you on the train, you dealing with these crazy crackheads, these crazy people, and then you go to work, you gotta deal with them crazy people, and it's just like your friend comes and rescues you and brings you to the bar to get a drink because they know you stressed. Yeah, but it's super hype. No,
I like that.
You already know the vibe.
I like that, y'all. Listen, when that song drops, send it to your friends, because I feel like if you're in New York City, we all know what it's like to be on the train and be next to somebody who's like yelling at you, smelling like pee-pee. Like, that shit is not fun. It's not fun.
Like, you be stressed out.
Oh my God, Primetime. Why did you call it Primetime?
Oh, yo, shout out, the producer called it that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That shit is tight.
Yeah, he was like, yo, we gonna call this Primetime. I was like, I bet.
Okay. What was the hardest thing that you had to go through to make the music video? Because it was very exciting. It seemed like a lot of fun, but I'm sure there had to have been some, like, bumps in the road, as any artist goes through, right?
Making the video? I guess the hardest thing was, I ain't gonna lie, just not being paranoid. Because, like, growing up in New York City, like, I know I'd be just, like, always 10 and 2.
Yeah.
So I guess it's, like, it was maybe, like, 1 in the morning. And as you can see, it's kind of like an alleyway.
It was that, yes.
So,
I was like, yo, Cobblestone, if I'm not bugging, I was like, that was different. That was
so, and
different.
then it's like the rats was running around. So it was like, damn, we got to make sure the rats don't jump in the car.
Girl, you got bit? Don't lie.
Nah, I did it.
She lied.
Oh my God! No, not the sound, yo. Nah, but that was the craziest thing. Just constantly, you rapping for 2 minutes, then you turning around. It's like, damn, we gotta do the scene again.
And it's dark as shit, though.
Yeah, and you can't see nothing.
You wasn't scared that there was like a little homeless person behind there that was gonna jump you for your food?
I was scared. You stay scared.
I'm just thinking, because I think about these things, like, you in the middle of in the Bronx. Yo, and nothing wrong with the Bronx, but like, it's 1 in the morning, like, everybody's out, right? You know what I mean?
God.
Everybody's out. So were people watching you?
Of course, you had like people who was in like the apartment buildings. So hey, God forbid anything happened. No, they was just watching.
I would have been like,
yo, y'all see us out here.
Like, none of that?
Nah, none of that.
It's the Bronx,
man.
bro.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's good music then.
Yeah, they must have been fucking with us, because they was watching the whole time. We was out there for like an hour.
Then you did good.
Yeah.
You brought the energy.
They was all right. We gonna let that baddie work. We gonna let her do her thing.
She looked good in it too.
Love me. You
looked good in it. Do you have a location for your next music video, though? You were saying Primetime. Is there specific locations, or because you were very much in the Bronx for that one, right? Or are you going to keep it all in the Bronx? What's your kind of niche?
No, we're going to do all city next one. You know, we're going to start on the 4 train, because I don't know what it is. Yo, the 4 train got to be the gateway to hell, because the 4 train is always crazy. It has to be. It's the portal to hell. I don't know what is going on with that train, but we're going to start there, and then we're going to go all city.
Flame on. I appreciate you so much. Do you need other people in the music video?
Yes, you trying to be in my video?
Yes, actually. So
all right, Shay,
now y'all have another reason to watch it, because you're gonna see the 2 baddies getting crazy.
Yes, all right. I'm gonna hit you up, because we're gonna be turned.
This is my word. Listen, I appreciate you. Your music is incredible. Thank you so much for popping out.
Thank you.
Right now.
It's Ghxstar, baby. Go. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Go. Fuck it up. Fuck it up. Fuck it up, bitch.
Hype that bitch up.
Swing wherever we vibing.
Hype that bitch up.
You talking crazy, know that we sliding.
Hype that bitch up.
It is what it is. talking crazy, know that we sliding.
Hype that bitch up.
It is what it is, just know that I got it.
Hype that bitch up.
We always win, I'm gonna remind them. We gems in every scene, my team so diamond platinum things.
Like check it.
Twins are 10 and I'm money long. She don't sing and her vibe strong. That's my best friend, such a baddie. I'm a hyper up to every fucking song like go girl. Yeah, we with the bullshit. No sense, don't push the limit. Why you mad? Go
Watch
get a
your
bag.
tone.
Host fight to stay average. Hood and classy, she don't give a fuck. That's why we always up. That's my writer, so I'm with whatever. Yeah, we with whatever.
Hype that bitch up.
Twin, forever we vibing.
Hype that bitch
You
up.
talking crazy, know that we sliding.
Hype that bitch up.
It is what it is, just know that I got it.
Hype that bitch up.
We always win, I'm gonna remind them.
Hype that bitch up.
Twin, forever we vibing.
Hype that bitch
You
up.
talking crazy, know that we sliding.
Hype that bitch up.
It is what it is, just know that I got it.
Hype that bitch up.
We always win, I'm gonna remind them. Go, 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 fuck it up, beat up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, beat go, 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 fuck them, go, 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 fuck them kids, fuck them kids, fuck them kids, beat.
Welcome back to another episode of Video City TV. I'm your host, Callie Ann, and we are live here at the Producers Club. And sitting next to me is Miss b.fortune. Thank you so much for being on the show, by the way.
Thank you for having me, Callie. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we literally just met. I heard, like an hour ago, I heard b.fortune's voice. Like, it was an acoustic background. And I heard your voice, and I just was like, who is singing right now? So I went through the doors, and I saw her perform, and then I stayed and stuck around for the next performance because the first one I didn't get to see the whole thing, so I really wanted to watch the second one. And girl, you just brought the energy, like your sound, your vibe, like it's very unique. And the music was amazing, too. It was very catchy. Like, I started singing it right after you started singing the chorus. The first time I was like, oh shit, I know this song now. And I was feeling it so much to where I had to go and talk to you at the end. So grateful to have you here in Video City. Can't wait to get to know you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited that you enjoy the music because as an artist, I just never know if you're going to like it. And it takes a lot for me to release that that feeling of whether you're going to like it.
Yeah.
In order to just come out and fuck it up. And then you can like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm getting over it. Every time somebody talks to me and every time I do this, I get a little bit more comfortable with the fact that it doesn't matter if you guys like it. Not that I don't enjoy that you like it, because I love that you guys like it.
Yeah.
But if you don't like it, that's fine too.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's definitely a lot more meaningful when someone can really resonate with the music and, like, really express how much they loved it. Yeah. So, yeah. I loved
really
it.
Excited.
Yeah, I felt the energy and everything. So how long have you been doing music for?
I've been doing music since 2021.
2021.
Yes, I had a terrible loss in my family.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And the only thing that could help me, music is like therapy for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't know that it was therapy. I know people really love it, but it was like therapy for me, and I didn't know. And I just was driven to just go do the only thing that I can do right when everything goes wrong. So I went out and did some music, and it was healing me, so I just kept doing it.
Yeah, 2021? That's not even, like, that long ago. So have you always sang, though?
No, I didn't really know I could sing.
What? I hear these stories all the time where people are just, like, amazing on stage. And they're like, well, I didn't know I could really sing, and I
think that's part of what makes it comfortable for me is because it wasn't really my goal. You know
what I mean? Okay.
So that makes me comfortable. I mean, not that I don't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
But...
Wait, so you didn't know you could sing? No one ever told you when you opened up your mouth, like, singing along a song, no one was like,
singing along,
you sound good.
No, they didn't really say that because I was just more focused on education. So I would, like, help people. So even if I couldn't sing, it didn't matter. I didn't care. I didn't hear it. Like,
yeah.
You know, I didn't hear it. I just was like, okay, we got to write this essay. We're going to pass this class. And what we have to do.
Wait, are you a teacher outside
No.
of this too?
I was a tutor.
A tutor?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow, so this is all new. So you're just coming into the music world right now.
I guess I'm just coming into it. I don't know because I don't know when I had to do. I don't know I don't know how long music has been inside of me. I was not focused on music.
Yeah.
I was studying to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer and fight for justice and equal rights and all of that until I realized that there was no equal rights. I mean, it just wasn't looking like it was there. It was so hard to find. I said, let me go find something else.
Yeah.
And I found some music. You know what I mean? And then it's been a great ride.
Yeah, I love that. So you have music out right now?
Yes, I have music on all the platforms right now. I have a little bit of conscious reggae music.
Ooh.
I have some R&B music.
Ooh.
I have some hip-hop music. I have some little jazzy music, you know, for you older people who just like to hear about the positive things that's happening. I have a little bit of something for everybody there.
Okay, we love that.
And I'm dropping a music video soon, too, in April. For Look Better. That song is out as well. It's a really, I think you might like that song too.
You
it's
guys
like
make sure you check it out. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm going to like all of it.
Okay.
You have a really nice voice, so.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you do so many different things too, because I remember you mentioning something, you have a movie coming out?
Yeah, no, I don't have a movie coming out, so I'm working on the soundtrack for a movie.
Oh, the soundtrack for the movie.
Yeah.
That's right, you compose music.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's actually exciting because I'm working with some really seasoned writers and creators, and I'm just learning so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cool.
Well,
they're older, so I like older people. It's amazing.
Yeah. What's something that you've learned?
Melody changes. I know, and this is, well, you do a little bit of music too. So the melody changes, just a whole different, a different feeling. And it was so easy for them, you know. The guys, they're so easy. They're all guys. They're all older. So talented. So easy. The harmonies. You know, there's a lawyer. He comes up with the harmonies, like, you know. It's just so beautiful. It's just so, the sounds. I can't explain the sounds. Sometimes we saying sounds that mean nothing, but it's just everything. So it's all pretty amazing. I'm so excited. I'm really excited because I know I'm going to learn a lot. You know?
Yeah. Sound and music is so powerful. It emanates a feeling that you give to your audience and to whoever's listening. So that is so beautiful.
Yeah.
So you have shows coming up too. So let's get into that. Let's talk about that. Where is your shows and when is it?
So I have a show on March 21st. It's called BK Art Fest with Underground Advocates. Shout out to Underground Advocates for having me all the time because they're so great. They actually do tours in Paris. I'm trying to go to Paris with them in April. They've extended the tour in Paris to the south of France, so that should be exciting. They're really, really good. Look them up too because they have a lot to offer artists. I think that's the 21st, so it's March 21st with Underground Advocates. You can follow me on Instagram at b.fortune81. You can find out all about my shows that I have coming up. But also I have a show with the NYPD, Stop the Violence campaign, where, you know, it's designers, models, artists, all type of creatives getting together to put the show together and just have a place, you know, a positive place for people to go and enjoy the day.
I love that. Make sure you guys follow Miss b.fortune on Instagram so you can catch up on all the exclusives and see her live. Maybe even meet her and talk to her like how I did.
Yeah. Do it. I suggest you follow what Callie says.
So what do you feel like throughout your journey of music and just like chasing your dreams and like dropping the whole what you were doing before with tutoring and stuff, what do you feel like you've learned through the years that went by when it comes to music, or something you've learned about yourself along the way too, because you didn't even know you could sing, so right. That's a crazy one.
So I've learned that patience, you know?
Patience, that's a big one.
I've learned patience a lot because my mind kind of runs. My mind kind of just runs, right? It goes really, really fast. And I'm used to keeping up with my brain, you know? I'm used to it. But other people are not used to it. So when I do get into my music mode, I'm very, like, my brain is running, you know? And it's, you know, few times you meet people who can run with you. You know what I mean? So I've learned patience because some people have something really, really special inside of them. And you have to calm down to really relate to them. I remember one time I met this artist at a studio, and he was from Burkina Faso. He had a really thick accent. And all I was thinking was, I'm not going to spend the time to understand this guy. You know, you got to be fucking kidding me. I don't have time for this shit, you know? When he started singing and he played his guitar and he smoked 50 cigarettes. He smoked cigarettes while he's playing the guitar.
Oh, wow.
And the music was
singing?
And singing.
Wow.
The music was so beautiful. I said, no, I had to calm down. I was ready to listen and repeat 50 times if I had to just understand what he was saying. Because he was so talented.
Oh, I love that.
And it was just like, you know what? Sometimes you just got to chill the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody's on a different pace, you know?
Yeah.
To him, I'm probably fucking slow, you know? I didn't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. I had great experiences, and that's something that I really learned is patience. Like, it's really, you know, sometimes it goes fast. Sometimes you're on stage. Sometimes I'm on stage. I don't know what happened. I don't know what verse I'm up to. I don't know what chorus I'm up to. But it all comes out right because I practice so much.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's patience is a huge virtue in this. You know.
Yeah, for sure. You have to be patient with yourself and not be also too hard on yourself as well.
And also another thing that I've learned that's also really important: scammers. There's so many scammers in the artist industry.
Oh my
in
gosh.
this music industry, there's so many
yes.
scammers. I mean, I don't even feel like I've reached any part of where I'm trying to go, and there's scammers here. Okay, I mean, they want your quarters, your dimes, your nickels, your pennies. It's scary. I'm actually pretty forward when I talk to scammers about who they are and who I am, and getting the fuck out of here. But yeah, there's so many scammers in this world. It's very important to pay attention to what you're getting when you're signing up for shows. Some of them, you have to find out what you're getting in return for what you're doing. Don't just a lot of artists run and do these things without thinking, and then it makes all the artists have to do things without thinking because if you're gonna do it without thinking, they're gonna, and a lot of people get robbed. It's just
you got to do your due diligence before you commit to anything.
Your
is number one.
Your duty is to yourself.
So, yeah.
Yes, it's very important.
So that's good advice. That's really good advice.
That's what I've learned. There's a lot of thieves, and have patience.
Yeah, I love that. So before we segue out of here, do you want to give any shout outs to anyone? Or?
I would like to shout out my mom and my dad.
Shout out to Mom and Daddy.
I would like to shout out my son, Justin, big up yourself. I would like to shout out Underground Advocates for always supporting me and working with me. I would like to shout out Sincere Victorious for having me here today because without them I wouldn't have met Callie. I would like to shout out, what is this, Mic'd Up?
Video City.
Video City. Yes, I would like to shout out Video City for having me as well. I see the platform here. This is amazing. This is a dope place for artists. If you guys have a chance, definitely come out and check Callie. Have a little interview with her. Sit down. Yeah, I mean, that's really all my shout outs. So.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here. B.fortune in the house, everyone.
Thank you for having me. B.fortune signing out. You already know what it is.
Yes, Video City TV happen.
We are live in Times Square at the Producers Club with my guy right here, Ghxstar.
How we doing?
Okay.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate that.
Thank you for coming.
Of course.
I need to let everyone know. It's with an X. It's not an O. It's not X's and O's. There's no hugs and kisses in this bitch. This is real shit, okay?
Without the X's, there is no O's.
How did you come up with the X in this? Tell us.
So it's all rooted in, I grew up as like a little emo kid, like really into the emo punk scene with all my older brother and all my older friends and stuff like that.
Felt that.
So back on like MySpace and stuff like that, it would always be like XX bloody romance, like XX. That was my actual MySpace, like my URL was myspace.com XX. So I always had like X's in my name, so I just visually I like it. It does mess some people up. Some people always just like GHX, but
wait, they spell it out?
Yeah, they don't know what it means, but for the record, it's Ghxstar. And you take out the O and you add the X.
And I love that. Well, let me ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
As far as your music, do you think that your childhood and your upbringing has inspired that aspect so much?
Yeah, 100%. So my upbringing is, I come from a family of musicians. So it dates back. I can go into it. Like my family moved here from Ireland in the early 1900s, and my great grandmother, she couldn't speak English, so she played piano at silent films. But taking it back into like where I'm at now, like my uncle pretty much raised me. Like he would babysit me and stuff like that, and he was a great producer and stuff like that. And he was in the rock scene, So when I was like 4 years old, I was inside of recording studios being babysat because my uncle didn't know what to do with me. He's like, "Yo, you guys want to see how you make music?"
Right.
So he didn't let me like touch anything because I was like a little crazy kid like running around, but he'd have my brother come into the recording studio when my brother was like 7. He'd be like, "Say Red Rum," and then he'd play it back and be like, "Murder." So like I learned from like all like rock musicians and stuff like that. So I was deeply rooted in rock, but then as I grew older, I found other genres on my own. Like I got really into hip hop at a certain point. I got really into like EDM. So you hear all the influences in my music. You'll hear some punk and hardcore. You'll hear some pop and EDM. So pretty much everything I was raised on and taught myself about music, that's what you're hearing today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you have a song called Nothing Without You.
Yes.
Right? How did you come up with that concept?
So for the music video, the song, I was working with the producer. Shout out to the producer, TNVR. He's a super talented dude. We're working on a bunch of new records too. But with Nothing Without You, I really got into my bag. He made the like the music for me. And he's like, yo, I really have this great idea for this song, blah, blah, because that's how we bounce back and forth.
Okay.
And then I got really into my bag about it. I was just like, let me like dig deep within myself. So I talked about how when me and my girlfriend first started dating, I probably wasn't the best person in the world. So you'll hear in the lyrics how I'm like kind of like lost in my own head. I'm trying to be a better person, but I'm trying to find my way there. So it's like, are you willing to be with me while I'm being crazy? You know, while I'm getting my shit together.
On the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah. So like you'll hear like in the first verse, like burn bridges and bad decisions. I'm living in the moment. Will you share this moment with me? So that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm going crazy. I'm going out of my mind. Like, are you willing to be there for me throughout this chaos?
She said yes, right?
She said yes.
All
Still
right.
with her. Working on 3 years right
We
there.
love that for you, Miss Ma'am.
So that leads into the music video. So my girlfriend, she does Danielle Francis artistry. She does makeup for movies and stuff like that.
Amazing.
So we've been hanging out with a lot of directors and stuff. And when I was coming up with the idea for the music video, I was just like, I'm so sick of coming up with my own ideas for everything because it gets tiring just like
100%.
always creating stuff for myself. So I like to work with other artists to hear what they have to say. So this director, Chris Barcia, shout out Chris Barcia, he was like, yo, what about like a zombie film? So we were bouncing back and forth ideas with different records.
Which is a sick concept, I'm just going to say, okay?
With that is, so the music video, you'll see the concept is we got an actress, Caitlin, and pretty much we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse, right? And you'll see at the end of the music video, spoiler alert, still watch it though, I die at the end. So what we're working on
You died really well.
I died my best. I died my best. But we have a follow-up movie coming out in the next few months. We have a short film coming out about 30 minutes called She Who Remains. So you're going to see what happens after I get murdered by the zombie apocalypse.
That's fire. So the music video was like a mini trailer to this?
Yes.
Like,
so there's a film
bro.
coming out about it. It's going to be the continuation of Nothing Without You. It's going to be coming out hopefully in the next few months. It's called She Who Remains.
It's just a sad story, kind of gory. Want the glory, high roller. Ignore me, what's on me? Heads I'm rolling, dead I'm saying. Sad story, kind of gory. Want the glory, high roller. Bad bridges, bad decisions. I just keep living in the moment. Will you share this moment with me? Nothing without